We can eat to preserve our vision. Vision is one of these senses that is the most precious sense to us, but we don't think about it until we start to lose it. I'm going to give 3 grand slamming foods that I think are just winners.
Dr. William Li, a renowned physician scientist and author, has dedicated his career to understanding the impact of diet on health. With over 100 peer-reviewed publications and multiple clinical trials, his expertise provides invaluable insights into how we can use food as medicine.
Our nutrition can help us keep blood vessels healthy, and they can also help to tame those blood vessels that might think about acting up. And what we eat can be good for the brain, good for the nerves, and what's good for the brain, the blood vessels and the nerves in the brain, also good for blood vessels and nerves in the eyes. Now, if you want sort of what I call grand slammer foods, these are foods that do not just one thing, but they do multiple things to light up your life, okay, light up your health, including vision, including brain health, including heart health, including muscle function. If you're trying to be fit and you're working out and you want better muscles, you need to regenerate your muscles, you need better blood flow. So I'm going to give 3 grand slamming foods that I think are just winners.
Based on Dr. Li's extensive research here, are the top foods that can significantly benefit your vision. Number 1, tea.
Tea is the second most commonly drank beverage in the world. I have one as well, okay? And we used to think that green tea was like the best. Probably is, but recent research has shown that green tea, oolong tea, black tea, even super fermented tea like pu'er tea, which is a tea from Southwest China, all light up your health.
Tea contains high levels of antioxidants, particularly catechins, which are beneficial for eye health. These antioxidants help to protect the eyes from oxidative stress and can potentially reduce the risk of developing cataracts and age-related macular degeneration.
Better for gut health, better for circulation, better for brain health, lowers depression, improves your blood pressure. Amazing, but scientifically shown and clinically shown benefits. So tea is one category to add in your life. By the way, don't add sugar to your tea. All right, drink it as straight as you can. And if you're going to add sugar, if you're going to put sweeteners, you can use honey, or you can use sort of more natural sweeteners. Just don't chunk lots and lots of cane sugar into it, and dairy too.
It is important to note that adding sugar and dairy to your tea can counteract these health benefits. So it's best to enjoy your tea without these additives for maximum impact on eye health.
Yeah, the polyphenols in the tea, the catechins that are good for us, that's what lights up your life. They get caught in the little soap bubbles that cow dairy actually forms in tea. These are invisible soap bubbles. You can't see them, but chemically they form soap bubbles. When you drink it, actually the good stuff, the catechins, actually are still stuck in the bubble and they just go right through your stomach. And so you only absorb maybe 30% of the good stuff. The rest of it just kind of tumbles out of you. All right. And so if you want to get the most, I always talk about getting the most out of whatever effort you're doing. If you hold back on the dairy, nut milk is okay. It's the cow milk that actually forms those bubbles. So almond milk, soy milk, those are fine if you want to cut it. So tea is something to include.
Number 2, berries.
I'm using berries as a category, so you get to choose your own. All right. Strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, lingonberries. You pick your huckleberries. Pick your own wherever you are. They are tiny but powerful because the bright colors, the blues, the reds, the oranges, are all caused by and the amazing flavors that pop out of a ripe berry is actually made with is caused by these bioactives, but polyphenols, the ellagic acid, the anthocyanins that really, really light up your health in all kinds of different ways.
Berries are rich sources of essential nutrients such as vitamin C and E, as well as potent antioxidants like anacins. These powerful compounds play a key role in enhancing blood circulation to the eyes, thereby aiding and protecting the retina from damage. Additionally, they are known to reduce the risk of developing conditions such as cataracts and age-related macular degeneration (AMD).
By the way, for berries, here's something practical. Look, I'm a big believer in going to the farmer's market and buying the seasonal fresh berries, but here's the thing. You can actually get frozen berries, which are less expensive, and you can buy them in bulk and store them in your freezer, easier to deal with, okay? And they have the same bioactive value. They're picked from the field, flash frozen, and you're good. So second, berries. Choose your own. They're all good, fresh or frozen. I'd still recommend that you go for those now that you have some room because you removed other things. Third thing that I would actually tell you is
Before we reveal the final food Dr. Lee recommends, let's look at some other noteworthy options that could be a great addition to your diet for better. Vision fatty fish. Fatty fish such as salmon, tuna, and mackerel are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, which is essential for maintaining the structural integrity of the retina. Omega-3 fatty acids also aid in reducing inflammation, decreasing the risk of dry eye syndrome, and guarding against age-related vision loss. Citrus fruits. Citrus fruits, such as oranges, grapefruits, and lemons, are rich in vitamin C, a potent antioxidant that fights oxidative stress and promotes the well-being of blood vessels in the eyes. Vitamin C also helps in the replenishment of other crucial antioxidants like vitamin E, thereby aiding in the prevention of cataracts and AMD. If you're finding this information valuable, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. This way, you'll be the first to know about our latest videos packed with expert health tips and advice. Now let's move on to Dr. William Lee's final top food for vision health.
First thing that I would actually tell you is brassica, which is a category of vegetable. All right. If you're in Asia, that'd be bok choy, gailan. These are all the kinds of very common. If you go to your local Asian grocery store, almost all the fresh greens in the produce section are going to be brassica. All right. But if you're on the other side, the Mediterranean, which you also know is a super healthy way of eating, you're talking about your broccoli, you're talking about your black kale, the Tuscan kale, the cavallonero, you're talking about your cauliflower, all kinds of different types of greens of different sorts. Great source of dietary fiber, great source of bioactives that actually light up your brain health and light up your blood vessel, your vascular health, and light up your immune health while lowering inflammation. And you get to choose from the repertoire of Mediterranean recipes going back generations, or the repertoire of Asian recipes, to be able to find ways to take the salad bar, which I find one of the most boring things that you can actually encounter, and to turn it into something that you would actually look forward to eating because it really, really tastes great. So the three things I would say: tea, berries, and this whole brassica side that you'd find in the produce section of either the Mediterranean market or grocery store or the Asian market. And now there's no excuse not to be able to find something green that you'd like to eat.
While these foods can help protect and improve your vision, it's also important to know which foods to reduce in your diet.
There are three things that I would actually tell you as a food as medicine researcher and as a clinician who wants to put rubber on the road to help people get started to do something for themselves. Three things to actually avoid. All right, cut down or cut out. Let's call it that. Let's put it that way. Soda. I would say drinking soda, which is really popular. I grew up drinking soda, like most other people. Something to cut down and cut out. Lots and lots of added sugar to it. Okay. And even the diet sodas, which actually have non-nutritive artificial sweeteners, they actually can also damage our circulation and damage our brain function by in interfering with our gut health, which we're now beginning to realize is connected to our vision health and our brain health and our overall body health as well. So cut down or cut out sodas, whether it's diet or regular, number one. Number two, cut down on ultra processed foods. And I'll give you a concrete example. If anybody who follows sports, that the big events, whether it's the Olympics or whether it's the Super Bowl, people get together and what do? They bust out the chips. Chips actually are a great example. Those nuclear colored chips are a great example of something that everyone loves. Okay. But they're ultra processed. They take whole foods like wheat and other types of whole grains, and they machine them and extrude them and then paint them with colors and then put artificial preservatives and flavorings and seasonings, all to do something that really might be addictive, because it's hard to eat just one. But the bottom line is that those ultra processed foods, of which I think snack chips are a great example. You name your favorite ones, cut down or cut out, because those actually harm our overall health defenses. They take down our shields, including for our vision, including for our brain. Eat them every now and then if you want, but honestly, they're not good for you. Cut down or cut out. The third one I would actually tell you is processed meats. Processed meats, by the way, by the World Health Organization, is classified as a carcinogen. All right. We do know that actually eating processed meats increases the risk of colon cancer and esophageal and stomach cancer if you eat them a lot. Now think about the grade school cafeteria or maybe the mom's lunch made with that sliced bologna or whatever you got at the deli. So common, right? Like we probably grew up with that kind of stuff surrounding us. We now know with modern research that those types of ultra processed meats, bologna, salami, pepperoni, all the stuff that are made. I'm not talking about the old world, old school things that are air dried and minimally no preservatives put in them. Those are a different type of product. I'm talking about the stuff you can buy cheap at the deli that are found everywhere. They're sliced onto your pizza. Cut down and cut out. That is definitely they're filled with added nitrates or added colorings and seasonings. You get a lot of stuff on there. By the way, I had a patient once who was a USDA inspector, and he was specifically inspecting the factories that were making processed meats. And he told me he lit up my awareness on this because he said, some of these sausages that are made, he's like, they make the sausage in a casing, they drop them into a swimming pool filled with artificial chemicals and preservatives and flavorings, and just leave them there for months. And then what happens is that, the casing wrinkles like your fingertips in a bathtub or in a swimming pool. And he's like, and that's basically what you're actually eating. And he's like, and I said, oh, really? That's alarming. And he said, let me tell you something that's more alarming. He's like, I used to wear rubber boots to go into this factory to inspect them. And he said, I'd have to change my boots every few months because the liquid on the floor would dissolve the rubber in my boots. And I'm like, all right, that's it. I get it. And so those are the three things that cut down or cut out: soda, regular diet, ultra-processed foods like snacks and chips that are so common. And the third thing is processed meats.
By making informed food choices and understanding their impact on your vision, you can take significant steps toward protecting and enhancing your eyesight. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our latest health tips and advice for more great insights. Check out our next video right here. See you there.